Day 10. This is the prophecy. Psalm 2, verses 6 to 9. But as for me, I have installed my king upon Zion, my holy mountain. I will surely tell of the decree of the Lord. He said to me, You are my son. Today I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I will surely give the nations as your inheritance, and the very ends of the earth as your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron. You shall shatter them like earthenware. This is the fulfillment of the prophecy. Revelation 19, verses 11 to 16. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. And he who sat on it is called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he judges and wages war. His eyes are a flame of fire, and on his head are many diadems. And he has a name written on him which no one knows except himself. He is clothed with a robe dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. And the armies which are in heaven, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, were following him on white horses. From his mouth comes a sharp sword, so that with it he may strike down the nations, and he will rule them with a rod of iron. And he treads the winepress of the fierce wrath of God, the Almighty. And on his robe and on his thigh he has a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. One of the guiding hopes of Israel during the first century was that God would send a deliverer to fulfill the promise God made to David long ago, the establishment of David's kingdom for all time. The second psalm captures this hope, envisioning a king who would overcome every adversary. God would appoint an anointed ruler or Messiah, through whom he would shatter his opponents like vessels of clay. In the end, God's chosen servant would be victorious over his enemies. In one of John's final visions of Jesus, he sees a warrior prepared for battle, the very Son of God, exalted above all, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He is ready and able to strike down his enemies and rule with a rod of iron. Today, we are invited to live with eager expectation of this hope, that one day Jesus will deliver the final blow to all of his enemies and establish himself as the Lord of all. Today's reflection: Jesus is our deliverer. He has conquered the enemy and will one day return to establish his kingdom on earth. What challenges do I need to trust Jesus with today?